Well, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. As our colleagues at the county have just finished up their afternoon press conference as well. I am pleased to be joined by Sam Samad, who is Chief Financial Officer of Illumina, as well as Cindy Martin, who of course is our San Diego Unified Superintendent, and Brian Zumbano. And Brian is Vice President and the Chief Development and Stewardship Officer of the San Diego Foundation. Before I get to today's topics, just a thank you. A thank you again to San Diegans. We took very aggressive action in April to curb the spread of this virus. And this month, of course, we are adopting safe and responsible strategies to reopen our economy. Our overall goal remains the same, however, not giving up the gains that we have made, providing safe and responsible approach to reopening our economy to put San Diegans back to work. And the actions that we saw earlier today at the Board of Supervisors, the actions from the Recovery Advisory Group, I think further demonstrates how important it is that we work together as one region, all cities within our region, with one goal. How do we open up our economy, and how do we do it safely to protect not only the customers visiting our businesses, but of course the employees inside. I want to thank San Diegans for doing your part, your continued part, to help flatten the curve and to get us at the position that we are in now with all of the steps that we are prepared to take to start to reopen San Diego. Today's updates. First, an extremely generous donation and support to our schools and our frontline workers. Second, I'm going to update on the safe and responsible approach to reopening our economy, which I just talked about. And lastly, of course, I'll be highlighting the work that San Diegans are doing to step up to help their fellow San Diegans in this time of need. Topic number one, a major donation to support students and frontline workers. Every single one of us, of course, has been affected by this pandemic. Businesses have shuttered, jobs have been lost, classes have been disrupted and have to move online. But as we've talked about in these updates, when we have these darker times, that's when the true heart and spirit of San Diegan really steps up and the generosity of our city shines through. San Diegans are helping San Diegans. And today, some big help is coming from a great San Diego company. I'm proud to announce that Illumina, the global biotechnology leader, is donating $1 million to help their hometown. This very generous donation from Illumina is to the San Diego Foundation, and it will support learning in our K-12 schools and frontline workers affected by COVID-19. Illumina, as I think many San Diego know, is one of the leading life science companies on the planet. Proud to have Illumina headquartered right here in San Diego. Some have called it the world's smartest company. And they are proudly, as I said, their employees have done so much to grow and to start here in San Diego. Illumina creates innovations that change the world. And this donation that we are announcing today is going to change lives right here in San Diego. Illumina's gifts dedicates $300,000 for critical needs, including supporting our frontline workers. It will purchase personal protective equipment to help keep all of these workers safe. And the rest, $700,000, that gets up to that $1 million contribution, will support our schools, distance learning, STEAM education, and technology to ensure that no child is left behind. And Superintendent Cindy Martin is going to address that in just a second. This is incredibly important right now. Yesterday, we made it very clear that San Diego is ready to recover. We introduced the guidelines for businesses to open, for San Diegans to get back to work. But many workers, of course, are also parents, making education and the economy fundamentally linked. Parents need a paycheck. They need that revenue, of course, but they also desperately need childcare. And getting schools ready to open will come at a tremendous cost in technology training and preparation. I will tell you, Superintendent Martin, you and I and our city are actually absolutely on the same page. We want the state to fully fund our schools as that decision is being made up in Sacramento so you have the resources that we need here in San Diego to safely reopen. In the meantime, our San Diego Unified's distance learning program has put the spotlight on the needs of particularly unrepresented students who need more access to the internet, access to a computer, and access to quality education. This donation is going to be a tremendous help. Today, of course, happens to be Giving Tuesday now, a new day of giving in support, and this will help our COVID-19 relief efforts. So the timing couldn't be better for this fantastic donation. I want to thank Illumina, and with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Illumina CFO, Sam Samad. Sam, thank you for you and your team for everything that you're doing for our city.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. And thank you for the kind words. So I would like to thank Mayor Falconer, our county supervisors, our frontline healthcare workers, everyone involved in leading us through this pandemic here in San Diego. I'm thrilled to be here and proud to be here representing Illumina. Illumina is proud to call San Diego home, and we're dedicated to supporting impactful relief efforts in our hometown. From individuals to communities, from companies to countries, we're finding ways to support each other during this challenging time in order to address this pandemic together. In fact, the amount of innovation in service to others is one of the brightest silver linings of this time. 2 decades ago, we picked San Diego as our global headquarters, and we're proud to be part of this region's thriving genomics ecosystem. We've got today almost 8,000 people globally and 4,000 lives here in San Diego. During this pandemic, Illumina is committed to bringing the power of DNA sequencing to support COVID-19 efforts worldwide. We're supporting efforts around testing, vaccine and therapy development, as well as surveillance and screening. Illumina supports the mission of the San Diego Foundation, and we're proud to help get the resources to where they're needed most. With our existing STEM education programs, it was important for us to help our education partners continue to inspire the future leaders of our community. We're grateful to be citizens of San Diego, and we believe the only way to emerge out of this crisis stronger is together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam, so much. Next, it's my privilege to introduce our Superintendent for San Diego Unified, Cindy Martin. Earlier today, Superintendent Martin joined our business recovery group during our conference call, and she really addressed head-on the intersection between schools and businesses and the need that our city and our county and our school district will continue to need to work together because reopening involves all of us. So Superintendent Martin, Cindy, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for everything you are doing in our schools and helping with an integrated plan with schools, with child care, with business reopening. Please come up and say a few words.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. It's really great to be back here with you today, and especially today. Today is actually a very significant day. As someone who spent many years in the classroom, I want to give a big thank you to all of the teachers throughout San Diego because today is Teacher Appreciation Day, Teacher Appreciation Week, and we are celebrating you, teachers. We are truly celebrating all of our teachers around the county today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to teachers. And if you hadn't said thank you to a teacher yet, today's the day to do it if you haven't. When I was last here, before San Diego, it was right before San Diego Unified launched our distance learning program. And since then, I'm happy to report that we have served more than 800,000 meals to our students and families, and more than 50,000 Chromebook computers have been distributed. On your screen, you'll see if you don't yet have a computer or connectivity, which this announcement today helps with. If you don't yet have that, you'll see the phone numbers on the screen to reach us to get a Chromebook computer or to make sure that you have the connectivity that you need to continue your learning that is so important. And teachers during this time have logged more than 13,000 hours of professional development so that they're ready for you. They're ready for learning. They're ready to continue this school year. And I'm also happy to report, since we've started our distance learning, some 96% of our students have connected to their schools and teachers before the launch of our distance learning. Way to go, San Diego. We say keep learning, stay smart, San Diego. Let's keep this year going. And I want to say that we could not have done this. We could not be where we are today without the tremendous support of our city, our mayor, our Parks and Recs employees that have helped us with food distribution, and the tremendous partnership with Illumina, being able to make sure that we have connectivity across our city. Thank you so much, as Illumina helps us and is dedicated to closing the digital divide. This is important work, and we are so grateful. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Superintendent Martin. And finally, I'd like to introduce Brian Zumbano with the San Diego Foundation. Brian, the life-changing work that the foundation is doing in this time is just phenomenal. Please come up and share a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And thank you, Sam. And thank you, Superintendent Martin. What a wonderful way to celebrate Teacher Appreciation Day and Giving Tuesday with this tremendous gift. We at the San Diego Foundation are just so honored that one of San Diego's most innovative and fastest growing companies in Illumina would partner with us and the San Diego Unified School District to provide this funding for frontline workers and this critically important educational access to our students, particularly now when they are apart from their schools, their teachers, and their classmates. With this generous contribution, Illumina joins a growing list of more than 2,600 individuals and organizations who have collectively given more than $11 million to the COVID-19 Community Response Fund at the San Diego Foundation. This level of philanthropy is inspiring, and what a wonderful way to celebrate Giving Tuesday by thanking all of you who have contributed and will continue to going forward. And in particular, thank you to Illumina for this tremendous gift and the leadership they continue to show and the positive impact they continue to have on our community. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much. Topic number 2 today, an update on our safe and responsible approach to opening San Diego's economy. As I mentioned earlier, yesterday, of course, our Recovery Task Force Advisory Group recommended and provided guidelines to how we safely reopen our business community. These recommendations were developed by the people who our economy knows best, which is our local businesses and their associations, and representing literally hundreds of thousands of jobs right here in San Diego. Our approach, of course, establishes the how, not the when. It's a strategy that helps us get back to work and helps us to get a head start when the statewide stay-at-home order is lifted and or modified by the governor. This morning, I spoke and addressed the County Board of Supervisors as they used these recommendations to adopt a region-wide reopening framework. And our goal all along was to do it as a region, not city by city, but one solid plan. I want to thank all of the members of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors for their unanimous support today. It sends a very strong message that we know how to lead in San Diego. This region led on a comprehensive plan to open up our beaches. We were a statewide and indeed a national leader. Now we will be that statewide leader on how to safely open up our economy and our businesses. I'm proud of the work that the recovery group has done. Bottom line, we are prepared and we are ready to be open for business in San Diego. Topic number 3, finally, our continued efforts to highlight San Diegans who step up in this great time of need. Today is Giving Tuesday, so it is fitting that we choose an organization that is giving back and stepping up during COVID-19. That organization is Mana de San Diego, and it has a mentorship program called Hermanitas to empower young Latina women. They've now transitioned that program to be online with weekly check-ins, but the process found out that some of the participants didn't have a computer or online access. So the leadership team at Mana quickly partnered with Westfield, which runs 4 shopping malls, of course, throughout the county. And thanks to a very generous donation from Westfield, now each and every Hermanitas that needs a laptop has one. And now these young women can continue participating in the mentorship program and continue participating in chasing and following their dreams. As a nice added bonus, they can use the same laptops for distance learning to connect online with friends and loved ones. So our community has come together like never before to support each other And this is a great example of how one act of kindness can make all the difference in the world in someone's life. So thank you, Mana de San Diego and Westfield, for making a difference for the lives of these young women. Because in these trying times, of course, every donation matters and every donation counts. So if you see San Diegans stepping up, please share it with us at #SanDiegoStepsUp. Before I open up for questions, a reminder, San Diegans, keep doing what we are doing. Practice that physical distancing. Keep washing your hands with warm soap and water. Making sure if you're sick, you stay at home, of course. And if you leave your place, you must cover your face. Keep it up. With that, I will pause for any questions from the media. We do not have any today. So thank you all, and I look forward to tomorrow's briefing. Thank you very much.